Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Y'all know how we rock it. Mic check, making sure we live and direct. What's good with the people? TikTok, while it's just us, I appreciate the platform and the opportunity to use the platform to connect with like-minded individuals. With that said, what's happening, what's good? I say what's happening, what's good? We got a brand new one, y'all. Where we at? Got a title on here I think might be interesting, might bring on some discussion. You dig what I'm saying? But before we get into the topic, man, let me acknowledge something. It's a brand new day, y'all. It's still going. Here we go once again. So, yet and still, we still in the present. Yet and still, each moment of it is always new. Because it's always now. This is called the present because it is indeed a gift. And hey, man, it's one I'm thankful for. And it's called the gift because I don't owe nothing for it. I don't have to pay nothing for it either. That's why it's called the gift. Catch the wordplay because, we love poetry. This for my niggas, by the way. Don't get mad at me because you don't know what niggas mean. And you done got to find out that niggas mean king. So yeah, man, so you know how we like to play with wordplay. We got a certain type of culture. We got a certain type of slang. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, we call it the present because it's a gift and we aware of what it is. Even on the subconscious level, see what they thought, what they meant to degrade you and talk down on you and kick you down. Man, they calling you king. Man, they been calling us kings. Subconsciously, they wasn't even aware of what it was they was doing, but what was meant to be a byword, man, it's gonna be taken and flipped around, man, and you gonna understand why I said you were crowning when you came into this world. But anyway, it's a brand new day. Ain't nobody seen it, touched it, tasted it, smelled it, heard it before. Don't get mad at me because you call it Saturn Day. I don't know Saturn. But I do know it's the present, so we just gonna acknowledge what that is, man, as a miracle. Is what I mean by acknowledging what it is. Because, you may have read reports of miracles and translations of reports of miracles that you believe in, but I'm talking about a miracle that I'm a witness to, you're a witness to, we are experiencing right now. How can we experience a day in a moment? And we've experienced days and moments before, yet still each day and each moment is always new. How in the hell can it be? Well, that's why I call it a miracle. Don't get mad at me because you don't know what a miracle is. You might have read a report of a translation and believe that. Is Christianity keeping the diaspora from uniting? The tetragrammaton is pronounced you. Silent, sacred you. We're going to bust all this down. In order to call it Yahweh, you have to add an A and an E. But if you don't add nothing and leave it what it is, it's no vowels, so that means there's no sound. It's emphatic though. We talking about the you that's sacred, the you that you don't say out your mouth, the you that you contemplate and meditate and think upon, and when you pray, you praying to you. I know you say, God, I'm asking you, or Father, Mother, Source, you saying something. I know you say you. We're going to help you understand how it's all about you, and that's why it's pronounced you, and it's a play on words to play with you because you was looking for a name to call on. And this is from your ancestors. This is gained from your ancestors to remind you of who you are, what you are, when you find yourself looking for a name. So, is Christianity keeping the diaspora from uniting? The tetragrammaton is pronounced you. The 4 letters is pronounced you. Let's look at it. So you a member of a certain denomination, and the denomination say it can't be no praise, dancing, and no musical instruments. Other congregations, they got a young preacher, he got praise dancers, they might slide in a little keyboard here and there. So now it's time to disassociate one another because the doctrine we can't associate. So if they doing some type of charity work or something for the community, because they use musical instruments and they praise dance at their church, we cannot associate with them. Have you ever experienced something like this before? The Methodist Church and the Lutheran Church and the Baptist and the Pentecostal and the non-denomination, we don't fellowship with one another because one church say that church doctrine is wrong and false because their church doctrine say you don't got to get dunked in the water. But over here they say you got to get dunked in the water. So we can't associate with one another. But this is churches like on the same city block in the same community among a bunch of nickels. And you got pastors keeping it going. Now listen and walk with me a little bit deeper. Because while we disassociating with one another religiously and we not contributing to anybody, what anybody got going for the community, we don't help them and they don't help us, we do it. Since we rocking like that and we disassociate, but it's people in the congregation that work at the same warehouse. And nobody has even questioned the ideology or belief of Jeff Bezos. They might eat babies every third Tuesday of the month. It wouldn't matter. You don't know. You didn't even inquire about it. And everybody from the different congregation in your community that disassociated themselves work at the warehouse. The same one. And it's never been a question asked about the people that form this company, what their ideology is about, what are they. It doesn't even matter. The only time it matters is when it's us working with us. Then it matters what your God is, who your Savior is, but not when you clocking in. So you can't work with your people because pastors say they got musical instruments in their church and they praise dance, so they ain't really preaching the word over there. We don't participate in their events. They back to school drive, they food pantry, they feeding the homeless, whatever they doing over there, we don't associate because they praise dance and have musical instruments. Yet people in both congregations work at the same warehouse, and nobody's ever questioned the ideology of the owners of the warehouse. You can work side by side at this warehouse. And it's... So what you saying? Is somebody sitting in the chat right now finna type, so what you saying? I'm saying Christianity is keeping the diaspora from uniting. Look at your neighborhood, my nigga. On every corner, every block, it's a different church. In your neighborhood, though, my nigga. It's different denomination, and we don't associate with one another because our particular doctrine differ, whatever, tittle or dot, period, comma, name, title, whatever it is you can find to defer. Pastor pointed out for you and make sure you understand that y'all is right and they is wrong. But we can all go clock in together and nobody say nothing. This you don't understand the anity in Christianity. You don't get it. You ain't caught it yet. I had a guy that's pointed out to me. Check out that anity. You feel me? Yeah, check out that anity and what you believe in. But this is why we can't unite. And I'm asking a Christian to get up here and explain it to me why it is that it matters, the ideology matters in our community as far as us coming together, these churches. Because this is where all your political leaders is coming up through. All your power players, and when they come in and they get into politics, they work together. When you go to work, you work together. Only place you can't work together, my nigga, is in your community. Let's look at the anity in what you believe in. So the problem is you don't understand how to pronounce the name that you so want to call on so bad. You got in there and you listened to the scholars, and the scholars told you to add an A and an E so that you could pronounce it. Because the scholars was doing the translating, but they punk ass didn't understand the culture. You can't translate culture. You translate a language, though. But boy, you can't translate no game, man. Got to be in you, Jack. I'm talking to my niggas, they'll get it. You can't translate our game, homeboy. You translate the letters of it, but you can't translate our game, my nigga. It got to be in you. If it ain't in you, man, hey, man, you gonna have to get it out of book. So the scholars, the bookly ones, gave you A and the E, and you went to hollering Yahweh and Yahuwah because scholar Dr. such and such that studied this language says so. But they ain't none one of them received no direct revelation. I get on here and say, hey, man, I'm sharing with you revelation. Then I back it up with your book. So what they call Yahweh, the tetragrammaton, they added 2 letters. So how many letters that make when you add 2 letters? 6. Okay. Right on. So yeah, you is how it's pronounced. But it ain't supposed to be spoken or said out loud. What we talking about is the most high you. And the most high form of communication is nonverbal. It's the you that you know, not the you that you say. But it's you. Not only is it you, it's the real you. And once you know that, can't nobody else pull up on you talking about they you. Look at the picture on the wall. Gotta know you first, though, my nigga. That's why we put it like that, made sure when it hit you, because, we ain't dealing with no time. We dealing with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Reaching its completion. So we need you to understand it's you that we talking about. It's you that we talking about in the creation narrative. I told you they call your ancestors God, baby. You think I'm just talking? Why you think them pastors working so hard in your community to find reasons to keep y'all from working together? But he don't never find a reason to keep you from working at FedEx. I said, how he know the people that own the company you work for don't eat babies every 3rd Tuesday of the month? But you can't work with the people in your community because they got musical instruments in a church? That's when it matter? In your community. When it's time for us to do some work for us, our ideology matter. Our religion matter. But man, when it's time to go do some work for the system and get them dollars, shit. Tell me when I start lying. Tell me when I start lying. It's the pastors. It's the pastors in our community that work really, really hard to make sure they find a reason to keep us from uniting with one another. And they use the book to do it. But they never told you the name. They told you the name. Look at the picture on the wall. They gave you a character and named the character and told you there it was. Call on that right there. Look at the picture. Look at it real good. It ain't an accident, my nigga. That's on purpose. So you know what that picture look like better than your own great-great-grandparents. That's on purpose, my nigga. You don't know you. That's why we trying to show you how to pronounce it. Some people that's looking at this don't understand what it is they looking at. So let's break this down, what you're looking at. What you're looking at is called the tetragrammaton, or it means the 4 letters. That's what it means. It is pronounced you, and it means I am. That's the proof that the revelation is true and confirmed in your scripture. The meaning of it. Don't you call yourself I am? Do you think these word games, do you think this is a coincidence, my nigga? Why you think they don't want you to know who you are? And you got people in your community that look like you, my nigga, but done sold out to this system. And they work with it to make sure, 1, you never wake up, 2, you never unite. But they make it look good and desire to make one wise if you participate. I said they make it look good and they claim it'll make one wise if you eat of it. And you will gain discernment from the doctrine and the belief that they're gonna give you. Because you don't have it within you. Now, nigga, you was born in iniquity. So you gotta get your salvation and your understanding from an outside source. Because you was born a sinner, remember? Look at what it's doing to the mind while they hang this image up. Because you're telling you got a problem. You was born with a problem. And there is the solution hanging on the wall. Meanwhile, they'll tell you, if you don't believe in it, that's why you're going through so much struggle, and you should go through it. And eternal punishment after that. Whether it's that image or another image or some kind of image, they got something that they want you to call on, believe in, look to. Somebody. But the name is you, though. You're just looking for a name to call on. I'm just trying to help you understand how to pronounce it. It's pronounced you, but it's the silent, sacred you. This is what you have to understand, the difference between sacred and profane. Some things are not to be said, it's to be understood. This is our culture. This our game. So they took it because they funk ass was just translating letters and changed it so that they could pronounce it. So that they could. It wasn't meant for them. You dig? That's why they had to change it so that they could pronounce it. Because they didn't know the culture. That's why everybody running around hollering, Lord, 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 in 2024. Darkness is on the surface of the deep. When you wake up, though, you gonna understand you. Why I mean I am. The eternal sacred you. But I'm gonna take my time because, man, I just was sitting back looking at something today, man, in our community. All these churches, what if all the churches came together and all the congregations from all the different denominations in our community came together and started working together for the benefit of the community, regardless of their ideologies or beliefs? What if they did that? So we get back to instruction. A lot of time I put on the title, the difference between instruction and commandment, because when you understand instructions and the purpose of them, when you return to grace, you return to a state of innocence, a state of a child, and when a clean slate. So the state of an innocent child, man, baby, you're going to be given instructions, not no commandments. And it's always now. So the instructions apply. Be fruitful and multiply. I say your pastors in the community dividing. They getting fruitful, they pockets getting fruitful, but they dividing the community for the sake of the system. For the sake of the system. I'm saying, what sense do it make to have all these different churches in the community? Everybody talking about, well, we finna do our own thing because they over there believing in this, but then you go work at the warehouse for the people that eat babies every third Tuesday, for all you know, and you don't even think twice about the person that working next to you and they different religious belief. It don't matter. And you can't see it for what it is. You can't see that for what it is. I'm crazy. Come on, my nigga. You know what they in the hood to do. You know what they in our community to do. To make sure we never come together. It don't make no sense to have all these churches and y'all won't work together for the community. So y'all gonna just work to keep the community divided. But y'all all support the same politicians, though. Ain't that a bitch? See, the politician gonna go to the Pentecostal, the denomination, the Baptist, Lutheran, Church of Christ. He everywhere. The Methodist. Because that's where your black politicians come through. They come through the black church. All your leaders come through that institution. They want to be considered wise and good. What they gotta be? A good Christian man. And we'll elect them based on that. Hey, you mean? So they use it. It's just funny how they all work together in politics. You can work together in business. You just can't work together in your community. Because remember, you believe this doctrine and they believe that one. So you can't work with them. Yeah, see, them Hebrew Israelites over there, I don't believe they be out there hollering at people dressed in purple. I can't support nothing they got going on because I don't believe in what. But them niggas, though, they doing something for niggas, though. We niggas, what you talking about? It don't matter when we clock in. If they got whoever it is, I don't care who it is, listen to me. It don't matter. In our community, we got people in our community that's looking to do good for the community, to benefit the community. Why do we be so quick to look for reason to say, nah, I can't associate myself with that? But the companies we work for, we don't even investigate. You work for the bank. The bank is part of the slave trade, my nigga. You work for the government. Government was part of the slave trade. Govern over you. Dang, no pay, man. First, we must check our agenda against the agenda. Our agenda is us being independent of a system that's obviously designed for our detriment. obviously. So we want independence from it, autonomy from it. The only way we're going to get it is by us coming together and working together. But the pastor keep finding a reason to keep the community divided based on a punk-ass doctrine. So the Baptists and the Methodists and the Lutheran and the Pentecostal and the Church of Christ, even though they all in the same five-mile radius, can't work together for the sake of the community. Because, you know, they got the musical instruments. We don't do musical instruments over here. Man, they got women preachers over there. Man, we don't do women preachers over here. They praise dance over there. We don't play that. We don't do none of that. We old school. So they going to do their thing and we going to do our thing. Only time we going to come together and work is when we get to the warehouse to clock in. That's when it don't matter. And nobody see that this is upside down and backwards. I'm asking you, if I'm lying, let me know. Don't let me sit here and lie to you, man. Take up your time making stuff up like the pastors do. Telling you about stuff coming out the damn sky and going back. Like, man, then you not only are you in the community keeping us divided, Pastor, you in the community teaching the people fairy tales. Who you working for? Nah, for real, really. Who do you work for? Everybody talking about, you know, the Catholic Church, this and that, but we got to understand we got to clean house. A snake is a snake. He's led by his appetites and he speak with a double tongue, man. He's a snake. It's time to clean the house. What they got going is what they got going. Leave them to it. If they owe us, let's get to what they owe us. But in the meantime, what us coming together, what is the reason why we can't do that? Outside of, I don't believe in what they believe, so I don't want to associate myself with that group because their ideology is different from mine. So, you know, I don't want my to be reflected by that. But you take your punk ass and go work for a company, man, you don't know their history. It didn't even matter. Any job you can get, it didn't matter. If they used to eat toddler legs on Thursdays, you wouldn't know. You didn't even look. It didn't matter. It only mattered when it's niggas. Then it mattered. I don't know what them niggas on over there. What you mean what they on? They doing a back to school backpack drive, nigga. Yeah, you mean. If you, well, they doing it in the name of Jesus. I don't deal with no Jesus. So what? It's for the people. So we'll look for any reason, and why we saying, yeah, I don't get down one, I don't believe no Jesus, I ain't finna be participating no giveaway the church got going. Then you go to work with your boss believe in Jesus, owner of the company. It don't matter though. It go both ways. Why is it among us we keep finding reasons to not work together? And our religion is the root. It's the root of it. Look at the picture on the wall. It's the root of it. That picture on the wall got a lot to do with the way we see one another. This time and day, you got to watch everybody because everybody's dangling a carrot. Yeah. I mean, hey, man, most pass up under the 5013C. That's the game. Listen. So now we getting deeper into this game. When you start certain type of organizations, if the organization is based on benefiting the community, then you can qualify. That organization, that corporation can qualify as tax exempt because of the activities that it carries on for the sake of community. It can collect donations. It can accept donations. Check the game. They can accept donations. They tax free, but the question is, are they benefiting the community or are they benefiting the system? Let's look at the track record and look at the history. Are the pastors in the Christian community in our neighborhoods, who are they benefiting more? The people in the neighborhood or the system? Be honest. So who do they work for? They don't work for the people in the neighborhood. They make sure y'all don't get together and work together with each other. They make show of it. And we keep falling for it every time. So the 501c3 is the game where they can get donations. They can say that they are religion. So if you say you're religion, automatic your organization qualifies for nonprofit status if you apply for it. So all they got to do is say they are religion, and participate in the racket. It's tax free. It's tax free money. Good game, big money. No limit on the donations. No access to all the women. You know, it's a live little old play. All you got to do is make sure that the people in the community don't ever come together. And if we catch you bringing the people together, we're going to pull out your sex tape. That's why I say when my sex tape come out, screenshot your favorite shot and send it to me so I can autograph it for you. Here you mean. I have my whole name on it. And my record a mile long, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's real out here, man. Well, we gonna play that tape, man, with you and that woman that wasn't your wife, Pastor. Everything gonna come out. You better not go getting too big and trying to unite people. It might happen on accident. You might get too big on accident. And you gotta come down. If the people see you as a rallying point, even if you wasn't trying to present yourself as one. But that's off the topic. You is pronounced you, and I share this by way of revelation, not scholars, not scripts. I was Yahweh and Yahuwah and whatever. Well, not Yahuwah, but I had learned Yahweh and all of this. But the revelation came of his pronunciation, and it was eye-opening. Ooh wee. Now they mad. Let me fix my glasses and come back blessed. You understand? Yeah. So now they mad at your boy for putting it out here the way I am, but I can't stop doing it because it's just, listen, man, it's plain to see once your eyes open to the game. When it comes to the Bible, that the people that was translating the language didn't understand the culture it came from, and it's obvious. How you know it's obvious? Look at the damn picture on the wall. Look at it. You can't tell that they didn't understand the culture that this stuff came from. Running around hollering by Yahweh and Yahuwah. Hey, man, it's called you. That's why I say this for my niggas. Because my niggas understand, and it mean king. Get out my live if you look to take offense before you look to take understanding. Go somewhere else. See, the irony of it is that this whole time when they was calling us niggas, that N-E-G-U-S, not only does it mean king, it means Ethiopian king. Now look up the meaning of Ethiopia. Or better put, look up the Hebrew meaning of Ethiopia. And then come sit down and listen some more. A lot of us suffer from niggophobia because of the picture on the wall. We look at that picture on the wall as a source of wisdom, or those that look like it as a source of wisdom and understanding. So your book say, symbolically, the wisdom of the world is symbolized as a serpent. Then is revealed ultimately as a dragon, a system. The wisdom of the kingdom is described symbolically as mother. So on top of the serpent or the dragon, you got the whore. But on top of the anointed one, you got mother. So yeah, we dealing with a forked tongue, something led by their instinct and speak with a forked tongue, meaning basically they gonna lie to you. They gonna tell you something ain't true. They gonna show you something ain't true, but they gonna tell you it's true. Look at the picture on the wall. I said he's led by his appetite, and they're gonna lie to you, man, or show you something that ain't true. They might try to present it to you in a way that make you believe it is true. That's why it's called deception. But you gonna know him by his fruit. He's try to present it to you in a way that make you believe it is true. That's why it's called deception. But you gonna know him by his fruit. He's try to present it to you in a way that make you believe it is true. That's why it's called deception. But you gonna know him by his fruit. He's yeah, mic check. They get mad at me, y'all. Like when I go to saying this, they got their finger hovering over it. So look at the picture on the wall and understand who I'm talking about. Look at the picture on the wall and understand who I'm talking about that's getting mad about what's being put out here. Because the picture on the wall is a lie. That's a fabrication, a falsehood, false image. It's a lie. It's not true. See, this is how they talk. This is their language. Lies. And when they lie, they speak in their language, led by his appetite. And he got a double tongue, man. Everything he say, man, yeah, it got a whole nother meaning to it. He been in your face this whole time. But your pastor told you to look under the ground or in the sky. Man, hey, man, I don't know where your pastor got you looking. When you get into the Hebrew language and the way that YHWH, the tetragrammaton, is spelled, what the language looks like the word eyes inverted. Because that's the direction that you have to look to see you. That's not a coincidence either. See, they got their images and they wordplay, and we got ours. I was so thorough, man. It's revealed through DNA in the inner time, in the end of their time, to put the stamp on it. Yep, so what you think they keep cutting my live off for? Every time I tell you, man, hey, man, look at the picture on the wall, decline, man. Hey, man, you not finna get on here and start trying to play with me. Yeah, that's why they cut the live off, because if I'm showing you that the name is pronounced you, and I'm revealing to you why they added the A and the E, and showing you who added the A and the E, and why they added the A and the E. So you would know that we was talking about the Most High, you. Man, every time you pray, you say, "Oh God, I thank you, I praise you, I'm asking you, Mother, Father, Source, I'm asking you, every time." But you think it's coincidence, you just blow that off because you know everything. And you can call coincidence and all this, but you can't pick the right outfit today. Your hairstyle don't fit your head. You can't pick the right hairstyle. But you know enough to call some coincidence and blow it off. Especially, you know, stuff like the prison and the name being you and it mean I am. We gave you I am. We gave you I am. Then we gave you another name and we showed you that it wasn't meant to be pronounced. We demonstrated. We showed you that it was not meant to be pronounced. Because we showing you something in the name that is a difference between sacred and profane, and then we finna bring it full circle because the only one that is named in this process, if you talking about a father, oh, the father, well, the only one that's named is you. That's who get the name. You. So whatever name you're looking for is your name. Because you the one get the name. You get the name. We're talking about the creation of you. In both, I'm talking about the creation of you. You ain't know it was something above you? Talking about the most high you. But I'm saying it's something above you. Ain't no title, ain't no name, ain't no word to express it. Our understanding of that concept is represented in the number 0. We pass that on to you too. So you will remember. You. But they gave you that. Look at the picture on the wall. Look what they gave you. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So the prayer, man, let's look at the prayer. This journey started 13 years ago. I know prayer, and we're going to look at prayer and meditation. And I'm going to say before I go into it, prayer is masculine. Meditation is feminine. Prayer is masculine. Meditation is feminine. You making a petition, like the commenter said. If you making a petition, then that means you expecting an answer. You're going to get the answer at and from the same place you made the petition. You made the petition with your prayer. You was actively putting forth your thought and expressing it. And when you waiting for the response, meditating, you sitting in silence, waiting for the answers. They just gave you one way because they are masculine, male-oriented. They don't deal with divine feminine in no shape, form, or fashion. So your pastor don't tell you, if he tell you meditate, he gonna tell you meditate on the word. But what he said, meditate on the word, we talking about that's the light, that's the soul. That's what it is. But you still in a female state because you waiting to receive information or inspiration or revelation. Masculine state, you talking, you saying. Because you'll get to the point when you understand that what you're dealing with is the most high you. The most high you already know what's best for you. Because it's the most high you. That's how it works for everybody. Ain't everybody listening. We call ourselves you, don't we? Everybody listening, call ourselves I am. Check out how beautiful it is. This bring you back to the law of oneness. Yeah, we just gonna take our time for the people that's rocking with us, man. But what's keeping the diaspora from uniting more than Christianity? In our neighborhoods here in the United States, I don't know about in Haiti or Jamaica or the United Kingdom, but here in the United States, in our neighborhood, what's keeping us from uniting is our churches find reasons to divide. And these churches control congregations in these communities. And man, if these churches were to combine for the sake of, you ain't got to worship together. That's not what y'all do. But if you're doing something for us, for the city that we live in, for us in our city, every church should be involved, regardless of their ideology. And if your pastor ain't down with that, they need to go and get a whole new crop of pastors that know how to separate the religious belief from the civic work that need to be done among our people, regardless of what you believe. Just like you take your punk ass and clock in and do it. But they won't, because they don't work for the people. They don't work for the community. They work for the system. And they're gonna do what's best for the system every time. That's why your black politicians come through the church. You think it's a game. And they come through the back door of the church, you did? You at the front door with the crackers and juice. They coming through the back door. Where they go when they collect the money, they take it to the politician coming through that door that they took the money to. Catch it if you can. So pastors say, man, y'all can't associate with one another because y'all have different beliefs. And the light can't fellowship with the darkness, so we don't fellowship with that congregation, because that congregation have women pastors and they worship on Sundays. So yeah. When they have a food drive, it's just gonna be their food drive, and people they feed just gonna be people they feed. We're gonna have our food drive, we're gonna do the same, but we gonna be on what we believe. It's stupid. It's stupid. You think that matter more than the people that's hungry? What y'all worship on matter more to you than the people, than the fact that y'all could actually feed more people if y'all work together. Despite that, do you care about the people getting fed at all, or do you care about being right according to your doctrine? Because it only matters when it's us. It don't matter when you got to clock in with the people that don't believe what you believe. Yeah, I put it on repeat. They put the lie on repeat. Get your punk ass on. If you don't want to hear it, repeat it. That's what you can do. They only connect when it's time to recruit and get them some new suckers to keep separated. If the instruction said be fruitful and multiply, pastor, why y'all work so hard at dividing us over verses and interpretations of verses and scriptures? You gonna let that divide the people, pastor? You gonna let the people? You not gonna help them people, feed them people, cause they got musical instruments in their church? That's why you don't tell your congregation, don't help them, don't fellowship with them, because they worship with musical instruments and we don't. Meanwhile, people is hungry, pastor, regardless of how y'all worship. But that matter more to you on being right. It's like, man, and ain't nobody looking at it. And I get sick of seeing them on every corner, passing our collection place, and I'm wondering, where is it going? Where is it going? After all this time and all these churches in our communities, you think we'll be seeing a lot of people that own the land and own apartment buildings. There's us and people that came together and built us a Chinatown or a little Mexico. Like how did the only thing we produce is a bunch of churches. Churches, chicken, and churches. That's all we got in the land. That's what we produce. And that keep us able to go clock in and never ask a question about who we clocking in next to or for. Long as you don't work with them niggas over there that have women that get up and lead the song service. Can't fellowship with them. They got women standing up leading song service. They got women ushers. You cannot come. You listen. We don't fellowship with nothing they got going. You going to hell if you attend one of their events. You don't have to repent. But it's not a question if you work next to the people in the other congregation at the warehouse. Hey, man, you don't got to repent for that. It's cool. It's like, hey, man, we understand. Get your money. Make sure you have something for that collection plate when it come around. We not going to worry about if them people eat babies every other Tuesday, man. We not even going to question it. Get that money. We only going to question it if it's a group of niggas trying to do something for some more niggas. Then we got to see what these niggas believe in. Really? You really? It sounds dishonest. It seems very disingenuous. Like you really, it's a front. It's what one does to appear right and what desire to make one wise. Outside of that, what benefit is I'm just looking for the benefits of it. You push lies, you push fairy tale. My people don't even know which way up is. They say Jesus went in the sky and they fall out and lose their mind. Do you understand that according to your book, the sky is beneath you? Now you think I'm crazy. Well, don't you say the kingdom is within you? Well, is the kingdom above everything or not? So if the kingdom is within you and the kingdom is above everything, okay, which way is up? I'm not on here just talking, man. Your pastor did that to you. You don't even know which way up is. He did that. Look at the picture on the wall. They said he went into the sky. And if I just explained to you how the sky is beneath you, if the kingdom is within you, and where did he go? If you orient yourself according to the kingdom, being the kingdom is in, and in is up above, that's the most high point in this realm is inside of you. So then that means the outside is below you, and they talking about somebody that they witness going to the sky. So that'll let you know that you waiting on something to come from below you. So the book of Revelation revealed something that's going to send out of the bottomless pit with the keys of Hades and death. I'm not even going to go there, man. I don't want to go there because I got to take too much time deconstructing the spookiness in it. Jesus went into the sky, man. Christ come from mama. Christ is born. I'm just saying the kingdom is within you, right? So where you think Christ come from? Christ come from the kingdom, right? You think it come from the sky? Nah, you think it come out of book. This where you think it come from. You think it come out of book. Because pastor said you can't work with your people, but you can work at FedEx together, no problem. You know what's right. You know what's right. Even though you can't pick the right relationship, you can't pick the right size shoes, you can't pick the right neighborhood to stay in, you can't pick the right diet. But when it come to God, though, man, not only do you know what's right, you can tell other people what's wrong. Why your drawers ride up in your ass because you can't pick the right size drawers? You feel what I'm saying? Just check out the anity in Christianity. Just look at it real deep, real hard. Take your time. Some might click. Some might click, man. It might come together. I don't know, man, how you feel about it, but I'm just saying peace to the people that's rocking with me. And y'all already know where we at. Yeah, check out the anity in it. You got to be crazy that you will work for everybody else except your people. Shit, I don't work for nobody else but my people. Hell, you mean? And they think I'm crazy for it. Shit, you'll see in a minute. You work for everybody else but your people. I don't work for nobody else but my people. You know what I'm saying? You see how we not the same? Only time you do some work if it's for some money. I do some work because my people need it. You see how we not the same? Yeah, we not the same, Jack. We looking for reason to come together. You looking for reason that we should divide because I said something and his interpretation right here. You see how he interpreted this? Well, see, I don't interpret it right this. So since he interpreted like that, I can't. It's like it's that the insanity is that deep among us. But there's no question when you're filling out the application, clicking the submit button for your employment, what these people believe in. None. Zero. And they finna hold you too. Yeah, man, they finna pay you as less as they possibly can. And work you as hard as they possibly can. Meanwhile, the money that you're working for is gonna be depreciating in value while you work for it. And you got no idea who own that company, what they into, what they beliefs are, nothing. Only thing matter to you is I interpreted the verse in the scripture like this, and you interpreted the verse, so that means we can't build. Get your punk ass on, man. You don't understand what's being done with the book that you ain't got no business with. None, zero. Looking for a reason to divide the people with your book. Oh, no, see, we can't work with them. See, they said it like this, but see, we said it like this, so that means we can't come together and do no charity work with them. We got to do charity work for United Way or the Red Cross. It don't even matter what they believe in. We don't even investigate. We just know them good white folks. But you niggas, hell no. Tell me when I start lying, man. Yeah. Tell me when I start lying. I'm looking at the picture on there and I'm just trying to remind you of the reason that it was put there. You think it was put there because they thought it was nice looking? You think they gave you that picture because they said, what a handsome guy. Let's paint a picture of him and say to the people that that's Jesus. You think that's why they did it? No. They met the character Jesus. They saw him. They got pictures of him that was passed down. And that's the recreation of the pictures that they passed down from the people, the eyewitnesses of. How about that? Well, how you think you got the picture? Who you think you got it from? Look at the anity in Christianity, because that's where you got the picture from. You have to have some form of insanity to believe that that's you. Look at that. Do they look like you? I said that it's pronounced you. Do they look like you? We'll just take our time. Don't nobody look like you but you. Hey, man, you the only you that is, was, and ever will be. There will never be another you. And you are immortal, eternal. And guess what? It's something above you. That ain't got no name, ain't got no title. When we talking about the Most High, we talking about the Most High you, baby. We have to take the time to open our eyes. That's why you should spell, it look like eyes in Hebrew, inverted. Look at it. Go look at it. And you'll see what I'm saying. Because this come from us and our culture. Because we do graffiti too. We don't just got, hip-hop ain't just rhyming and wordplay and double entendres. It's graffiti too. So look how it's spelled in the Hebrew and tell me if it don't look like eyes inverted. You got to look at you. This come from us. This is our culture. This our slang. It's our anointing. This is why we wear the title that we wear here. The mighty ones, the Elohim. Because of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Not the muscle. The woman represent, mother represent wisdom, daughter represent understanding. Father represent knowledge. Knowledge is power. The powers, the mighty ones, the family unit. Well, what about the son? I told you the baby boy, we're going to send the baby boy. So the baby boy, he's the strength. We talking about us. We was always talking about you. Ain't that how you got here? Father, mother, you know, sisters and brothers, aunties and uncles. I mean, I'm just saying, ain't that how you got here? So what name was you looking for? Let's hear it. Now, let me hear the name that you wanna call on. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the name that you got for that you done came up with that you prefer to call on. Let's hear it. You might be calling on something that's beneath you, but your pastor never taught you which way up was, so it's not really. I'm on your pastor here. Your pastor don't want to come through. I ask all the time. Why put the title as boldly as I put it, hoping I catch me a pastor that come through, or a preacher, or a Christian, or something that'll come through and hey, let's have a discussion, man, about what I'm talking about. Why y'all have a problem with working with other denominations, but y'all have a problem working at the same company with people from other denominations? I don't understand. Like, why? I would rather. I really want to hear a Christian tell me why that is. Especially a melanator. I ain't talking about no white teeth. It's for my niggas, I said. You pastors out here, hey man, your time up, man. You ain't doing no working on uniting the community. If we keep seeing you find ways to divide the community, we getting rid of y'all. You gotta go. Anytime something going on for the city and it benefit black people, all you churches need to come together and figure out a way, especially y'all, how y'all can come the way and contribute to it. All of you. If you can't do it, we gonna run you out of our neighborhoods. It's coming. Yeah, it's time for you to go, Pastor. The instructions was to multiply. You've been busy dividing for a long time. Pentecostal, Church of Christ, Jehovah's Witness, Mormon, Methodist, non-denominational, Catholic, Lutheran. You've been working real hard at keeping people divided with your little book. And we seeing through it. Mm-hmm. They don't like to be held accountable though. They hate that. You can't hold them accountable. Them ain't real Christians that's over there playing instruments in their church. Them ain't real Christians. So you can't never hold them accountable because nobody that do the stuff was really a Christian. They just did it in the name of Jesus and call themselves Christian and use the Bible to do it. But they wasn't real Christians because, they got dunked, but they didn't get sprinkled when they was a baby. Or the other way around. I don't, hey man, there it is. Meanwhile, we all got these pictures in all our churches, coming up, man. Everybody, and I'm talking about the Methodist Church, the Lutheran Church, the Pentecostal denomination, the Church of Christ, Jehovah's Witness. Everybody had them pictures in the church house. Same picture, though. Everybody work at the same warehouse, work for the same company, man. I don't think we can't do together is work with each other in our community. We cannot do that. You're going to go to hell if you do it. You go over there and work with them at their benefit and participate in their event, you going to hell. You can go work for the company that eat babies every other weekend. Hey, cool, it's no problem. But you better not go over there and help them people. They got women leading the church singing service. You better not do it. You're going to burn for all eternity. You might die tomorrow. You don't know. I'm talking about just pump fear into people hard in division. In the name of Jesus. They lied to you. They put that picture, which is a lie. They put that lie up there at you in the name of Jesus. They keep the people divided in the name of Jesus. This church don't mess with that church and don't fellowship with that church in the name of Jesus, Jack. Here you talking about. The tree by its fruit. So you had to let you know what they working on, making sure you stay divided, my nigga. They don't want you coming together. They might meet up at the same lodge on top of your church when y'all ain't there. They don't let y'all work together. They might have a private meeting. You know how all the preachers get together and meet with the politician? Yeah, they can do that. Y'all can't do it. So the politician go to the Methodist Church and the Pentecostal Church and the Church of Christ, and yeah, he represents the neighborhood. He's a good Christian guy. Seem like all the pastors love him. All the pastors from the Baptist to the Methodist to the church, they are all supported. Nobody's looking at that though. Nobody's looking at that. You mad at me for pointing it out. So we saying we can do better. We can do better than what they've been. All the pastors put together, we can do better. Because we are looking for ways to unite. Regardless of what you believe for us, about us, it don't matter. When somebody's hungry, man, they need to be fed. I don't care what you believe, who the person feeding them believe. Hey, man, they hungry, feed them. Somebody needs somewhere to stay, man. We need to be working as a community to house people, regardless of it's the Christian church or the Muslims or the Hebrew Israelite, whatever, the Jews lead. It don't matter. If it's us doing it for us, man, everybody need to be trying to figure out how we can get down with that. But we do the absolute opposite. Let me find a reason for I can not listen to this dude. Let me find a reason for I cannot participate in what they doing. Cause them is niggas over there, and I know it's been ingrained into my subconscious mind to be suspicious of niggas and doubt niggas. doubt their wisdom, doubt their intelligence, doubt their ability. I don't question Jeff Bezos and FedEx, Amazon, excuse me. I don't question nothing they got going because they got big money. Big money gets you big respect with niggas. Give a damn how you got it. African Americans, black people, I'm talking about we gotta wake up. But I'm talking, if I can't talk to niggas without getting my live constantly cut off, but I can rap nigga, and I can joke nigga, and I can sing nigga, and it get played and promoted on all platforms. I can joke nigga, rap nigga, sing nigga, but don't talk nigga. Then we gonna cut you off. And nobody's catching it. It's like, man, yeah, man, I have to meditate and quiet my mind so I can not get too riled up when I get on here and speak. Cause I have to remind myself it's a labor of love, but sometimes my people need to be talked to just plain down. Man, this shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, man. Like, I mean, there's no other way to put it. And I'm asking the pastors, man, why y'all work so hard at keeping our communities divided? Over your disputes and scriptural interpretations. You think your scriptural interpretation come before feeding and housing your community? You got to be sick in the mind, and you can't really mean us no good at all. We're going to get you out of our communities too. Reform, get your act together. Get your ass out there and figure out a way that y'all can work together in our communities to help our communities, or get the fuck out. Take your hell with you. Take your God, look at the picture on the wall, and your hell with you. Because that's what you brought. Yeah, big ass church building, people running around out, sleeping outside of it. "15 churches in a 5-mile radius. Thousands of people in total in attendance, enough to alleviate. But now we can't work together because they be praise dancing over there. So now we can't participate in their food drive. Nigga, you sick. You sick in the mind because you gonna take your nigga ass right over there and clock in. You gonna have no question about who working next to you or who own the company. You sick in the head, nigga. Trying to figure out a way to unite my people. I've been doing it for so hard and for so long, man. I got the bullet holes in me to testify to it. And still came back. Ojutanji Village, shout out to the Ojutanji Village, man. Y'all need to do you some research about the only autonomous village, the only autonomous kingdom in this country. I said kingdom. People came together and built a community, a kingdom. They ain't come together and build no punk-ass church. It don't benefit the community. We need housing, shelter. We need food, clothes. We don't need no church. You know who invented that for you? Rome, the Roman Empire. Y'all wasn't meeting and gathering at no church. Y'all was building communities. Rome turned it into, here, y'all can go ahead and gather at the church. Y'all don't have to. You was building your own communities, doing your own thing. You remember it's always now? I'm going to repeat it. You was building at the church. Y'all don't have to. You was building your own communities, doing your own thing. You remember it's always now? I'm going to repeat it. You was building. I said, remember it's always now. We was building our own communities. Had our own everything. That's what we was doing. When we woke up and realized what time it was, we started building our own community. Then Rome stepped in and say they're gonna make the official version. And when they stepped in and made the official Rome stamped version, they went to building churches and said, this is where and how you worship. And that's how it's been ever since. So you don't build communities no more. You build churches like Rome told you to do. But I'm telling y'all, man, they keep our communities divided. It don't make no sense for all these different churches to be in our neighborhoods like this, and yet all these people in the congregation, yet all the nonprofits is running around looking for funding to do what they ought to be doing. All this belief and all this holiness and goodness you doing, but y'all can't work with each other. Come on, man. That shit fake as hell. You don't believe that shit. Oh, you don't? Because if you did, it would matter where you clocked in. It would matter. You would be like, man, I can't work for them. Do you know what they into? That don't matter when it's by some money, so I know you faking and shaking. You gonna take that job at the hospital, man. You don't care how many people that they said had COVID that really didn't and they unalive. You ain't gonna check. Stop it. Stop. So where are they? Is it any Christian in the audience that can get in here and answer and help us understand why Christians don't never work together in the black community, but they sure work hard at keeping us separated? Why is that? Pastor, black pastor, melanated pastor, where you at? Where y'all at? Why you tell my people that the name, first of all, you gotta understand, we got a sense of humor, man. Understand how it played out. Moses say, man, what I supposed to call him? Shit, nigga, you. That's what you supposed to call him. When they say what the name of the God is, and they won't know what God name is, what I supposed to tell them? You. That's what you supposed to tell them. It mean I am. Tell them that. Tell them I am sent you. You don't catch it, huh? Man. So yeah, I just kind of I was sharing something with somebody I chop it up with, I build with Sheila, but cause she been on once you see the difference between Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 in the Bible, you really can't unsee it. And I don't know if this dude is a pastor or what, but I told him I go live almost daily on TikTok. If you saying what I'm saying is not true, let's have a discussion. He's saying he won't get on TikTok to have a discussion because it's not a neutral platform. So it's hard to get a discussion with the people that I'm looking to get a discussion with, especially after I get through expounding. And after I get through expounding, I don't think they really have much to say after that. In here stops making, okay, here we go. We got us one. He say, stop making up your own bullshit. I'm sharing revelation. I don't know if it's Kyrie or Kyre, but I'm sharing revelation. You can call it bullshit if you want. But my proof to back up what I'm saying that is pronounced you is that I'm not adding any letters. It's a silent you, the sacred you, the you that you say in your mind when you pray. I thank you. I praise you. Silent, sacred you now. And that it means I am. And the proof is that Kyrie or Kyrie, not only do you call yourself you call yourself I am. That's not a coincidence. That's not a play on words. That's just reading it for what it is, not adding nothing to it, and expounding on it, give it, but it has to come by way of revelation. You got Yahweh from scholars. I got you from revelation. You see what I'm saying? You got your understanding from scholars, from a book, a teacher. I got my understanding from the kingdom, from within me. It came to me. You see the difference? Yeah, we're gonna have to pull up to the church and the community and demand, hey man, ain't no more separation because y'all don't believe what they believe, why the community still need what we need. Ain't no more of that. Y'all don't get to do that. 501, you got none, tax-free, you accepting donate. Y'all not finna sit here and say we gonna be divided in helping the community based on our ideologies. You know, you're not finna keep doing that. You gonna figure out a way to come together and help us in our community while you passing out your collection plate, or get out of it. Got to clean house first. You got too many of our people working for and with the government to keep us confused and separated. I'm talking about with their whole heart and all they might. I'm not tripping on the congregation, but you pastors, come on, get on up in here. Tell me when I start lying. Ain't nobody, you can disagree, but I've seen what you agree with. Look at the picture on the wall. You can call it wrong, but I've seen what you call right. Look at the picture on the wall. So you think I'm worried about what you agree with or call right? After having seen and experienced what you agree with and call right? How much weight you think you got over here? With your, really, you feel what I'm saying? But they pull up with the little book. And with Dr. Scholar such and such that studied this language and that language, ain't nobody received no revelation though. Because last time I checked the testament is of a testimony. The testimonies of the kingdom. So oral tradition. It ain't a book tradition. This been coming down through our family line, been coming down through my family line. My granddaddy was doing this before I did. Here, you talking about this is hat. I'm in his room. Catch it if you can. I'm talking about, don't get mad at me because I know who I am. I say I'm in my grandfather's room, in my grandfather's hat, doing what my grandfather used to do. Do you do what your grandfather used to do? Hey man, I even tell you my grandfather nickname. I don't even be like telling people my grandfather nickname. Cause then you gonna get scared. But yeah, we doing, this is the family tradition. What you got going? Who family you work for? The Bezos family? Huh? Who family you work for? I work for mine, Jack. Catch it if you can. So yeah, they try to cut the live off. They want to report it. They all upset. They in they feeling. They all nigga-phobic. Esoteric understanding can't come from niggas. If it's a nigga saying it, it's bullshit. Cause the doctor, scholar, such and such, professor, deacon, reverend, such and such said it go like this. My nigga, I said I'm sharing revelation with you. I said I'm sharing revelation, as a matter of fact. So when I say I'm sharing revelation, not only am I showing you where it came from, I'm letting you know this ain't nothing I thought up. I used to think just like y'all did. I used to think that was Lord and Savior. That was Jesus. That's God. Well, however, I used to believe just like y'all did. Till in 2011, man, I'm going to tell you about a prayer. I'll tell you about a special prayer that I did in the state of where I was. I pray, I said, God, if you're real, if this is real, and I'm supposed to worship or praise you or pray to you, I cannot do that if I don't know you. So all I'm asking is, if it's real, let me know you. Let me know you. That's what I'm asking. Can I know you? And that's where my journey began. It was the year 2011. I ain't asked for no money. I ain't asked for no wife. I ain't asked for no job, no career, no blessing. I say, if it's real, let me know you. That's all I'm asking. And my journey began. 2011, from 1611 to 2011 is 400 years. King James Version came in 1611. I woke up in 2011. Just saying. What is the diaspora? The diaspora is black people, melanated people that's been spread out throughout the continents, throughout the world, but especially those of us whose history has been hidden. So in our communities, right, whether we are called the POWs or the descendants of the POWs or the descendants of the slaves in our community, we have a lot of churches, but they not all the same church. Like you'll have on one block, it'll be 4 different kinds of churches: a Methodist, a Baptist, a Pentecostal, the non-denominational, all in one city block. And they don't necessarily work with each other. Like when they do charity, but they don't come together to do it because of their different ideologies. And I'm saying this is part of the reason why it's their presence keep us from uniting. That we could have a power base if we were able to use the church as a power base to unite the people. But because of their 501c3 tax status, and then they saying that they are religion, certain things that they don't get involved in. How is this work? You, me, I don't know what you saying. That's what I mean when I'm saying the diaspora. The melanated people, the descendants of the POWs and the slaves that have been scattered and whose identity or history has been intentionally hidden. It's spelled in the title. Yeah, block KSMR. I don't know what y'all is asking. What are y'all asking? It is keeping the people oriented divide. I'm trying to see. So you just got here and you done went to typing. Okay, so all right, before you get to typing, I got a couple verses in the title. I think I got Exodus 7:1 and I got Psalm 45:7. Then I got the title, Is Christianity Keeping the Diaspora from Uniting? And then I gave the definition. I'm talking about the POW, the descendants of the POWs or ex-slave, whatever you want to call it. Black people, melanated people, non-ether beings who are scattered, who have been scattered, and whose identity has been intentionally hidden. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? Right on, just checking the chat, seeing how we looking in here, man. Hey, y'all, we gonna try to do our best, not try. We doing our best to keep the vibe high and the energy up. So you come with the bullshit or the games, you just gonna get blocked and sent on your way. We not even gonna entertain you. I'm talking about with my whole heart and all your might. We got moderators in here to keep the vibe good though. So yeah, get in here, sit down and listen, and get you some game, get you some understanding, and get it from niggas. Get it from nigga in a nigga way, with a nigga style and stilo and nigga swag and nigga slang. Cause that's why it's pronounced you and not Yahweh. Cause you got Yahweh from the scholars. You got to get the you, the game, from one from among. Yeah, man. Don't sometimes people just be kind of nigga phobic, man. Niggas, look at the picture on the wall, you understand why. But we might check it, man. We just might check it and looking at it. Hey, man, anybody got any questions or comments? You blocked me before because what I would ask would come out wrong. I don't know who you are, but your energy, I'm just not feeling your energy. And I don't want to entertain it. You see what I'm saying? It's just I don't know you. I don't remember blocking you or nothing. It's just something about your energy that I do not wish to entertain. That's all. Yeah, cause it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. And from my experience, man, we know it's us people that talk like how I'm talking to other people among us that speak like this. It's always gonna be somebody looking and listening. Yeah. Hey. What's happening, kinfolk? You know I'm in here on the mic.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
What is this?
None of your business.
Hey. Already. Appreciate you, kinfolk. Already done drop me off the snack pack. Y'all don't know nothing about the snack pack. So where I was at, yeah, man, listen, man. It's for whoever got an ear to hear it and the eye to see it. But negativity, it's like this, okay, when you was in school, in certain classes you didn't have no business in. It wasn't nothing personal. They had AP courses, advanced classes, talented and gifted, regular classes, and remedial. If you had to have a certain level of maturity and to be able to carry yourself, to be able to be in the talented and gifted. It wasn't just your intellect. Because you can be immature and get put out of there. You got to go back to the regular. So what I'm saying is when you pull up in a space, first of all, what is your intention? If I'm somebody speaking, and then that means you pulling up to listen. What is your purpose of listening? The average person listens to see whether or not they agree. And at the moment that they disagree, they get to typing or talking. But the purpose of listening is not to see whether or not you agree. That's the average person. This is not the average person's class. Here you listen to understand whether you agree or not. And if you display or you demonstrate an inability to do it, or an immaturity, oh, you didn't spell the word right, or that's not the definition I got from Webster and Merriam. Hey, man, bye. It's not for you. Go let your scholars continue to dictate reality for you. There goes one of the scholars gave you that picture. Same scholar you depending on, leaning on, is the same scholars gave you that picture, put it in your book. Got it from scholars. Come on, man. So yeah, before you start typing your disagreement, understand here and now, I'm not looking for your agreement. Hey, if you don't understand something that's being said, your questions are welcome and will be made a priority. But if you just voicing your disagreement or you know, yeah, I'm not entertaining. We're gonna send you on your way. Yeah, man, catch it if you can, man. What's happening, bro? Yeah, we just gotta start spotting the energy that's not supposed to be around and being unapologetic. Hey, it's nothing personal, but yeah, we're not gonna do it. Cause that's what you went through in school. Hey, you're not supposed to be in this class, you can't keep up. We're not gonna slow the rest of the class down because you can't keep up. And we're gonna send you to the class where you can go keep up. So the rest of the people that can keep eating. But yeah, man. But I'm finna get up out here. I've been on here for a minute. Somebody said, well said. Hey, appreciate you, bro. One time for the people that's in here, man, for the family that understand what's happening, that support it, encourage. I appreciate that because there's a lot of people that hear what I'm saying and think it's crazy. Soon as I say something they don't agree with, I'm not even finna listen to you no more because I don't agree with it. So the fact that y'all actually sit here and listen, and then not only listen but encourage, contribute, hey man, I appreciate it. It mean a whole lot. For sure, for sure. So in other words, people learn from different levels. That's how I've been. You know what I'm saying? We always been at different levels. The problem is your maturity show when you recognize a different level, and instead of you accepting the level that you are, you get offensive. You trigger. Because a lot of time it's pride. A lot of the time it's just pride. When you thought you knew something or you thought you knew something that's right and that's challenged, especially if it's never been challenged, then yeah, it's the first response is defense because they feel like they being attacked. So you can't learn in an environment that you feel attacked in. So you have to get past that. You got to be a little bit more mature so that you understand just because somebody doesn't agree with you don't mean you're being attacked. But it's hard. It's not easy to listen to what we don't agree with. That's not an easy thing to do. So you have to be at least searching for it to even resonate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just curiosity. They might have pulled up and I was talking shit and I was slanged out and they pulled up and then when they heard what I was really into, it was like, hold on. And yeah, and you can tell. Sometimes I engage, but right now I'm looking at the community because I'm looking for pastors. I want a pastor. Give me a pastor. No diddy, but I want me a pastor to jump up in here, man, and tell us in this live, hey, we want to know why y'all churches don't want all come together and work together for the benefit of the community when y'all do charitable events. We want to know why. Why won't you do it? The scriptures say you're supposed to multiply. It don't say you're supposed to divide. That's the instruction. I know you got commandments that you love, but the instructions say you're supposed to multiply. And y'all divide the people based on nothing, really. But the people that you dividing still need these charities and events and will be better served if y'all were to come together to do it. Unless you don't work for the community, unless you don't want the people to come together and see to their own needs, unless you want to keep the people divided based on certain scriptural interpretation, unless you just want to do that. But then that make you a hypocrite because there's no concern when you clock your punk ass in. You work for a company that take the tissue from aborted fetuses and make cosmetics for it. Don't blink an eye. But man, they be praise dancing in their church, so I can't work with them. You full of shit is what you are. You full of shit. You hate yourself. You don't know yourself. And you full of shit and you don't know you full of shit. Yeah, you full of shit, don't even know you full of shit, man. So yeah, man, I'm about to get up off here, but y'all think about what I'm saying next time the pastor pull up. Please put that question to him for me. Remember what I said, I repeated it 1,000 times during this live. Please put this question to him for me. I'm gonna post this live on the YouTube, man, cause I want every pastor that you know to hear it. Cause man, y'all is in the way. It's too many people hungry, man. It's too many people needy for y'all to talk about y'all can't work together. Cause one of them say you just got to say the prayer, and the other one say you just got to get dunked. So all best is out. Man, y'all got us fucked up. You keep you think you gonna just be able to keep on? Nah, man, you're not gonna. No. You pulling up with a new Mercedes every year. You got a new. But the number of miles that need to be fed is multiplying under your watch. Number of people that need to be housed is multiplying, not lessening. That's why you're losing people. That's why it's losing people. Yeah. You can't work with them. Y'all can work it. You can put the box in the bin together though. You can't do the food drive with them, cause man, hey, but you can put the box in the bin at Amazon with anybody. It don't matter. In the name of Jesus. Miss me, man. Stay away from my kids too. Keep your God in your hell away, cause you can't introduce my child to your God without introducing my child to your devil. You can't introduce my child to your heaven without introducing my child to your hell. So you stay away from them. Stay away from them. Yeah, let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all that's been up in here listening and feeling. If anybody got some questions and comments, though, because I really, man, say. Oh, yeah, and it is pronounced you. It's not pronounced Yahweh. I don't care what that scholar told you. He didn't receive no revelation. He was translating a language. He cannot translate culture. You cannot translate game. You just translate languages. So that's why I'm telling you it's pronounced you. This got to come from within you, though. Can't come from Dr. Scholar such and such. It's pronounced you. It mean I am. Put it together, man. Peace. I'm up out of here, y'all.